First time I've let them out to roam since their moms died, adopted mommies. And they're enjoying their little bit of freedom. That's the older one. The two smaller ones are 2 months old, and that one's 9 days older than them. And we're going to move in the next 2 to 4 weeks. Not sure the exact ETA, since certain things have to be done before the next step, and however long the next step is before the next step, before I finally get to the step where I'm supposed to actually move things from this home to the new one. So I've been obsessing about chickens and goats. And we got some new additions. Oh, they're sleeping. Yeah, 2 of them. One was just born day before yesterday, and the other one's a week old. The lighter colored one in the back, and the partridge one in the front is the one that was born a couple of days ago. Got it set up the dog kennel, garden cart / wheelchair thingy. And they seem to be doing fine. The partridge one is really friendly, and the grandsons have fallen in love with it. So the start of my Silkie collection, and I've ordered the next several that the lady that I got these from, when they hatch, I'll be getting them. So I'm trying to integrate. Oh, nice. They're over there trying to figure out. They've been, oh, there they go. Now that is Speck. She was hatched last year, the black one there. And she has been the low chicken in the totem here. I know that looks rough, but there's no real damage going on, maybe a little bit. But this is something that happens, the pecking order, and Speck has been pecked on by all the rest because she was the baby and the only surviving of the 3 hatchlings last year. And the other 2 didn't last a month. One just disappeared and one drowned because we have waters set out for the big hens, not for babies, and it just got in there and drowned, even though there was water set up for them. Chicks are not known to be very smart. Now I think all of these have some Americana in them. Little ear tufts. I'm learning. I have no idea. I'm getting to learn. That one right there has green legs. The black one's probably a sex link. And we're really not sure what the rooster is. I think he's a mix also. That's Goldie. These are our 2 egg layers, and we got 2 Rhode Island Reds that are up there in age. It gives us an occasional egg, and I'm not sure if they're both doing it occasionally or if just one of them is doing it occasionally. They've not been able to do that in their pens. I don't want them flying over, but this is good. Now, started this week. Bought this, it's actually a dog food bulb you put on the side of a kennel. But I was looking for something smaller, and all the hanging feeders, they're mainly for horses, not for little goats like these. Maybe if they were full-size goats or something. But she's only half the size she should be. All sorts of different issues going on over here. But anyway, I got this, and I wired it so they can't kick it out, and that seems to be working. And that gave me the idea of why can't I wire in the buckets. It's just a loop. This pulls out, and the loop will just hang down and out of the way. So I can change those buckets out. And this does get hot in the sun here. It's not ideal, but it definitely dries up that little bit of water that gets tossed in there from their bucket. And I like this because they tend to knock these over and make a mess and spill their feed, and once it's on the ground they won't eat it. The chickens will come and take care of it, but they won't eat it, and it's a little bit more expensive than the chicken feed, and I'd rather the chicken eat their feed and not the goats. So this is working. When we move, we're going to take these are called goat panels, and they're more expensive than the cattle panels, about 3 times as much, because of the smaller squares in them. But they're 16 feet long, and we can rearrange them. We've got 6 or 7 of these panels that we need to set up a temporary pens for our goats when we get there, and our chickens. And we'll be using the dog panel. And my husband won't let me buy a gate for this and use that with the rest of the panels for a different chicken coop that they can't fly out of. Now they can fly up to and over these fence, no problem, but they can't fly over the 6-foot fence. So soon we'll move the Silkies into this one, because I don't think that little dog kennel is going to be great for babies, especially when it's raining and storming out here. And I'm still doing an egg hunt. That's a fake egg. They don't want to lay in the nesting box that I provided over here. In fact, Goldie, and I know it was her because she laid an egg right next to the fake one, she rolled the egg out, and I need to put a cover so it doesn't get so hot in here, but she literally tossed that fake egg out in front and laid her egg over here to let me know she didn't like this. So it's been fun. I don't know what kind of weeds these are, but you can see the goats like this, and so do the chicks. First thing they did was ravage the ones right outside the door. But you can see the stems from the ones that they have totally ate all up of, and so I would tear these up and put them into their cage, and they would just go to town on those. They like it. So I'm going to try not to be anxious and worry about them being exposed to the bigger hens. They're at the age where they can be integrated into the flock. They still need, the chick starter says, the feed on the chick starter says to feed them for 6 months on that, and we're giving laying pellets to the hens. So I don't know. Will they be stunted? I don't think we did 6 months of chick starters with the other chicks that we've had. Once they got with the big herd, big flock, they ate what we put out there for them, a lot of kitchen scraps and the laying pellets. So this should be interesting. See if they go back to their coop tonight. I'll leave it open and see what happens. But these are so darn cute. And the partridge one won't run from you when it's over here, or you go in to grab it, it doesn't run. The white one does. And I can't wait for their heads to get the full feathering. But these are bantams. In fact, those chicks are probably bigger now than these two will ever be as an adult. So I don't want to integrate them. I know that they will always be picked on harshly and may not be able to handle it as well as these are, hopefully will. So we're going to put them in this. I think this will hold 4 bantams, no problem, maybe up to 6. But I'm going to create another run for it after we move, or maybe a little bit here, we'll see. But we're going to move this back toward the fence where it was, where it's a little bit more level, because I think there's some spots on this one where the 2 Silkie chicks can actually crawl underneath in this corner over here. So we need to push it back where the ground is more level and some more greenery when they're caged up. I think it's good for the for these animals to actually get their feet on soil and do what's natural. You know, see, They were already taught by their mommies how to do this. But it's a natural thing that they're going to do it. Some may take a little bit longer. But I'm going to put out some more watering buckets. I got 2 more that I made. Oh, let me show you those. Now,